Welcome. I'm Philip Dobard.
And I'm Tracy Mitchell.
And this is Culinary Quickies, a series featuring dishes that aren't necessarily quick, but the episodes certainly are. Tracy, what's up today?
Bananas Foster.
Ah, that is one rich dish.
Yes, it is. It's lovely.
This is the second in a series of 8 episodes that deal with Creole and Cajun cuisine. This is decidedly a Creole dish, is it
Yes,
not?
it is. It is.
A little bit of background?
Well, it was created in the early 50s by Chef Paul Blangé of the earliest Brennan's restaurant. The name
The
of
Vieux Carré restaurant.
That's it.
Which was owned by Owen Brennan.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. And it was named after the head of the crime commission at the time, who was a friend of Owen Brennan's. I believe his name was Richard Foster.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
very good. So lots of color there.
Correct,
All right.
yes.
Okay, well, very good. This is a beautiful mise en place, particularly because I see lots of rum, and I think I see some banana liqueur as well.
Yes.
Okay, well, are you making anything else today?
No, this is it.
Well, it had to happen sooner or later. Today we're getting our just desserts.
First, a word about bananas. This said banana is too soft, but it's great for banana bread. These bananas are too firm. They need to wait a while. These bananas are just right for Bananas Foster. These bananas aren't very pretty, but they have the perfect texture. You want them to be meltingly soft, but still firm enough to hold their shape. Now each banana is going to be sliced in half lengthwise and then crosswise. A component of Bananas Foster is the cinnamon. It's best to use fresh bark. Grind it yourself and it's amazing. So I've broken down most of the larger pieces. I'm going to use a spice mill now. The first step in making Bananas Foster is to melt the butter. We have a heavy bottom pan over medium heat. We don't want to brown the butter, we're just bubbling it. I see that it's taking on some color, so I'm removing it from the flame. There we go. The butter's melted. It has a beautiful aroma, a slight bit of color. Now it's time to add the brown sugar. We're using a dark brown sugar. I like the robust taste. You could use a light brown sugar. The molasses in a dark brown sugar has a nice sort of spike to it. It's a little bitter, but it's great contrast to the bananas and the vanilla ice cream that we're going to serve the sauce over. You don't want the butter to burn or the sugar. It's going to take a few minutes for this to become syrupy. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so the sugar has turned to syrup. We're going to turn the flame down a little. You have to watch this process because it can go from syrup to burnt in very quickly. At this stage, we're going to add the bananas. Bananas Foster was created by Chef Paul Blangé. He created that in the early 1950s. He certainly was Creole influenced as he worked in New Orleans. So what is the difference between Creole and Cajun? Well, Creole is cuisine that developed between the French processes and French school of cooking and the influence of West African seasonings, vegetables, legumes, and flavors. The Africans who were in the Caribbean contributed so much to the French cuisine that they made their own completely amazing cuisine, and that was brought to New Orleans. And later on, Spanish and even Sicilians contributed to the Creole cuisine. It's a wonderful, but it's very different from Cajun. Cajuns were, they came from France, but they came via Nova Scotia. And when they arrived in Louisiana, they pretty much had the shirts on their back. They didn't have a lot of money or leisure, and they didn't keep up contact with families in France or visit France as the Creoles did. Creoles often traveled to their families in France and stayed maybe even a couple of months to part of a year. The Cajuns were mostly fishing and trapping and farmers. And their cuisine developed apart from the Creole cuisine. There are some crossovers, that's true, but those are the major differences between Cajun and Creole. All right, this looks beautiful. They've become soft. The banana flavor has gone into the syrup. At this point, I'm going to add the cinnamon. Let that become incorporated and flavor the bananas and the syrup. Now the banana liqueur. We're going to let this cook for a couple of minutes and let the flavors meld, and then we'll be ready for some fireworks.
A note on this episode's spirits. Our banana liqueur is courtesy Giffard. Now, Giffard is responsible for an extensive line of fruit liqueurs. All of them delicious, all of them special. Now, among banana liqueurs, this one is particularly special because it's made with Brazilian bananas and Madagascar vanilla. So that's a very special and tasty combination. Now, here in Southern California, which is where this show originates, we are blessed with an abundance of fine distilleries. And a number of those distilleries make rum. Here we have from Stark Spirits in Pasadena, their California Silver Rum. Here from Lost Spirits Distillery in downtown Los Angeles, we have their Navy Style Dark Rum. It's a hot one at 61% alcohol. That's 122 proof. Here from Green Bar Distillery, also in downtown Los Angeles, is their Crusoe Silver Rum. I'm going to skip this one for just a moment. Now, here from Shadow Ridge Spirits in Oceanside, which is in northern San Diego County, we have their light rum. Finally, this is Po'wila, which is Hawaiian for night lightning. And when you taste it, you will know the name is most apt. It's made by Channel Islands Distillery in Ventura, California. It is a highly overproofed dark rum, 152 proof, which is to say 76% alcohol. It's very tasty. That's why we chose it. But a byproduct of such a high ABV is theatrics, which is to say, when you flambe this, particularly in a dining room full of people, let's just say it's dramatic.
Bananas.
All right. So, Bananas Foster, yes?
Chris Elliott, if you're out there, we were thinking of you.
Marlon Brando. Chris Elliott as Marlon Brando. Okay, so I see something I didn't see before.
Ice cream. Vanilla
Ice cream. This is the base, right?
Yes.
Or, yes. And I see this. This is Bananas Foster.
Correct.
Something else is missing. Pyrotechnics. All right.
You ready?
Oh, I'm so ready. Should I stand right over and with my eyebrows close to the flames? All right. Just a little bit of that's maybe more than a little bit. I don't know. How long does this go on?
Could go on all night.
Okay, so we could warm our hands by it.
Actually, if it goes on too long, it'll make candy.
Oh, okay. Well, very good. So should we blow it out? What do we do? We deprive it of oxygen.
Sad but true.
Yeah. Okay. Let's finish this, shall we? Can you tell I'm excited?
Oh, wow.
Aromas. There are several at work.
Dig in.
Fire and ice. That is glorious. Oh my Lord. Any final words?
Well, as you said, thanks to Chef Paul Blangé and also Brennan's. You could make this with light brown sugar. I made it with dark brown sugar, or a light or silver rum, and it would be perfectly elegant. I happen to like the more robust flavor of dark brown sugar and dark rum.
Thank you to Melissa's Produce. They supply all of the produce used in these demos today, which included
Bananas and cinnamon.
bananas and cinnamon. Great combination. Find us on social media. Like us on Facebook.
Subscribe.
To us on YouTube. The Center for Culinary Culture. Back next week.
Yes, absolutely.
More deliciousness. Until then, thanks for watching.
Bye.